What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 2-year rebuild of the Buffalo Bills. These 2-year rebuilds have no rules. I can make unlimited trades, and then I'm going to have one free agency period and one draft to improve this team. Of course, the Bills are already a really good team as is, but there's always things you can improve on, like this O-line could use a little bit of improvement, maybe a new running back. You know, we can trade all of our picks away. It doesn't matter. We can get a new D-tackle, we get a new corner, and definitely a new outside linebacker. For the first trade, we're going to be sending our future one, James Cook and Devin Singletary, to the Bucks for Shaq Mason, Devin White, and Carlton Davis. Next, I'm going to be sending Jamison Crowder and Kaiir Elam to the Commanders for Daron Payne and Charles Leno. We're going to be getting Kenneth Walker as our new running back for AJ Epinesa, Mitch Morse, and a first-round pick. Next, we're going to be getting Jerry Jeudy and Dalton Risner from the Broncos for Boogie Basham and a future 2 and a current 3. Going to be sending Spencer Brown, Tim Settle, and Roger Saffold to the Packers for John Runyon, who's going to slide over to be our center. The final trade, we're going to send David Quessenberry, Daquan Jones, and Tyrell Dodson to the Bucks for Mike Edwards. After trading is all said and done, we're up to an 89 overall, and this is what the team is looking like. O-line looks much better now. We got Kenneth Walker at running back and Nyheim Hines still the backup. Jerry Jeudy's our new third receiver with McKenzie at number 4, and on the defensive side, we added Devin White to the linebacking core. Mike Edwards is backup strong safety because backup strong safety see the field, and I want it to be a decent one. On the D-line, we added Daron Payne, and in the secondary, we added Carlton Davis as our third corner. This new and improved Buffalo Bills team ends up going 12-5 and will be facing the Chargers in the wildcard round. And of course, we end up losing 28-24, as you'd expect, a better team to do. Josh Allen threw 2 picks, not helpful. Kenneth Walker balled out, but you know, when you're throwing 2 picks, that's really what kills you. Sacks allowed, we didn't allow any actually. Interesting. On the season, Josh Allen went for 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Rushing, Kenneth Walker had 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Josh Allen had 272 and 6 touchdowns on the ground as well. Diggs, Jeudy, Gabe Davis all over 1,000 yards. Jeudy leading the way with touchdowns in the slot, and Dawson Knox at 704. As for sacks on the season, Deion Dawkins allowed the most at 10. That is pretty dang good for sacks allowed. Butker allowed 1, so that means Shaq Mason didn't allow any. He might win Offensive Lineman of the Year. And for tackles, Matt Milano led the way with 128. Tackle for loss, we had 4 guys go over 10, and that was all on the D-line. As for sacks, we had 20.5 for Von Miller, 18 for Rousseau, 7.5 for Ed Oliver, and 4 for Daron Payne. And then just a couple here and there for other guys. Bills might be the scheme to use. On defense, 5 picks for Trey White, 3 for Poyer, and 1 for a bunch of other guys. Not a bad season, just couldn't get the job done. We were 16th in offensive yards and 24th in defensive yards. Not that great, even though the stats look good. Bucks and Ravens end up making the Super Bowl, and let's go see if we have any yearly awards. Josh Allen should be on the list at number 3. Unfortunate. Offensive Player of the Year, we're at 10 with Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year, Von Miller. Offensive Rookie, Kenneth Walker. Defensive Rookie, Devin Lloyd. And we should have Best O-Lineman, Shaq Mason. He did get a Dev Up, and Von Miller wins Best D-Lineman. And we won some awards, just didn't win the games we needed to win. Kenneth Walker is up to a superstar. I believe he starts as a star in his hidden dev, so that's nice to see. He just, got it for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Von Miller's up to an X Factor, and that's all we got. The Ravens demolished the Bucks in the Super Bowl 38-16, and we are negative in cap space. And we're going to be losing Daron Payne, Jordan Poyer, Tremaine Edmonds, and Dalton Risner in free agency. And Mike Edwards. To clear up cap space, we're going to be sending Ed Oliver, Charles Leno, and Devin White to the Bears for their second-round pick and Jalen Johnson. All these guys were $10+ million a year, and we had to get rid of someone for something, you know? We're going to be sending Carlton Davis, Nyheim Hines, and a 4th-round pick to the Commanders for Derek Forrest, Cole Holcomb, and Sam Cosmi. Next trade, we're going to be sending Jerry Jeudy and a 4th-round pick to the Falcons for Rashaan Evans and Grady Jarrett. With round 2, pick 2, I'm going to be drafting Dwayne Williams to be our DT2 next to Grady Jarrett. Sean Street comes out to be a 76, and he will be just fine for a third receiver. Dwayne Williams is only a 71, but he should be good enough to be our DT2. For year 2, this is what the team is looking like. Bates slides over to left guard. He was the backup right guard. I held on to him for a reason, and this is the reason. And then Street is going to be our new third receiver. Everything else is the same except Khalil Herbert is our backup running back now. Rashawn Evans is going to be in the middle with Cole Holcomb sliding outside. And Matt Milano still here. Derek Forrest, new strong safety. LaMarcus Joyner, new backup strong safety. We have Jalen Johnson at cornerback 2. Taron Johnson at cornerback 3. And Grady Jarrett and... was it Damian or Daryl? Dwayne. A lot of D names, but Dwayne Williams is going to be our DT2. Overall is a little lower than last year. Actually, it was 89, so it's not too much worse. But we know how sim works, so it doesn't really matter what your overall is. I don't know what it is about year 2, but we go 9-8, just like I did in my last rebuild when the team was even better in year 2. I think you're just programmed to not do great in year 2, and we end up losing in the divisional round to the Kansas City Chiefs. Fantastic. We end up having 14th ranked offense and the 15th ranked defense. So the defense was better, but the team as a whole was just terrible, I guess. Josh Allen threw a little bit less on yardage, and I believe he threw a couple more picks. Definitely got sacked a lot more, I could see that. Kenneth Walker, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 1,000 yards. Street actually had 1,010 touchdowns. Dawson Knox had 10 touchdowns as well. Gabe Davis, 902. Not a great season, but Sean Street balled out. And sacks are not good. But that's what happens when you have to downgrade at your O-line, you know? As for tackles, Milano and Holcomb go over 100 tackles. We only had one player over 100 last year, so that's cool. Tackle for loss, Dwayne Williams had 21. Oh my gosh. 24 sacks for Von Miller, 12 for Russo, 6.5 for Jarrett, and 5 for the rookie Dwayne Williams. And we had a total of 8 interceptions on defense. Fantastic. Yeah, I think year 2 is just broken. If you guys do want to see a year 3 for this team, let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.